my pharmacological expertise is limited. I don't know whether if any of those, like he's due for an injection tomorrow, and I don't know if those could affect or not affect any of the other.
The creatinine.
Yeah,
Now, again, Mr. Wagner, here's the problem I'm having. The problem I'm having is he's probably been doing that for a while, right? And I'm going to tell you, on the face of it, here's what it looks like to me. It looks like I'm positive. I all of a sudden miss a test. I then come back positive. My next test is negative, but I have abnormal creatinine. When I see that, what that tells me is somebody's trying to mask.
Go over the document that Fort did refer me to. I would like, his mother is here who has been testing him through this entire period.
She has been testing him?
She's been testing him. I would like you to hear from her if you're willing to listen prior to a request I'm going to make to possibly delay or adjourn this for a couple of short weeks while my client, this stuff is moving out of his system. He's been compliant in terms of showing up, except for one day he missed work, but he went in the next day. He claims he has not used since he got out of jail. Well, actually, before he went into jail for the 10 days. And we would ask that, Your Honor, if
that was in
Your Honor, he was released from jail on May 15th.
May, that's what I thought.
Right.
And he's saying he hasn't used since May 15th?
Before then, because he was in there for 10 days.
He went in May 2nd, Your Honor.
I mean, well, Mr. Wagner, I'll certainly hear from Mom, but I would also indicate to you that part of my it shouldn't be in his system this long.
And Your Honor, I just wanted to update the court. They do have another test that he did on July 8th that also came clean. So
July 8th came back clean.
So July 2nd and July 8th, he's had clean tests.
Well, right, except.
Correct. There's been a month and a half.
Well, no, I'm talking on July 2nd. I'm not sure that that's a clean test, only because.
It's clear, but I do see the creatinine.
The creatinine.
Creatinine comes generally through energy drinks as well, Your Honor, and it may not be a violation.
Yeah, I know. But let's put it this way. He's positive on the 27th of June, and then the 2nd he's negative, but I have abnormal creatinine and never had abnormal creatinine throughout any of the testing that's listed here. So that
First one for me too, Your Honor.
yeah, so that's a problem in my mind. I'll hear from his mother if that's what you wish me to do.
Ma'am, can you come forward?
Yeah. Good morning.
Morning.
Which I know you're nervous.
I've never been here before. I don't know the.
You know, me too.
Protocol.
I feel that way every day. All right. What's your name here?
Tracy Knudsen.
All right. What did you want to tell me?
Just that I bought these. He was a regular user prior to all these events, and I purchased a testing kit that tests for 5 levels of THC in the urine. And throughout the time through the course of May and June, I was able to see him clear the levels of the testing kit, within one or 2 weeks past, another level would clear negative. but at the more sensitive levels, it took him longer to pass. So I believe that he was not using any substances. I don't know about the creatine. I don't know what that is.
All right.
So I can't speak to that, but anyway, he over time, but it did take him a month and a half to clear through the at-home test kit that I was able to purchase online. I mean, I know it's not the same level of testing that they do here. So that's all. That just wanted to say that at home, I was able to see improvements.
I thank you for that.
And I know that it does, you know, I've just been told it takes, because I was frustrated. Why aren't you testing negative?
I know.
So I know that it takes a long time to get out of the system, and he was a regular, unfortunate daily user before.
Yeah. And I mean, all right. I mean, I get it. And just so that you know, the creatinine level, or his abnormal creatinine, and I'm not sure which test you got, but so it doesn't, but that doesn't matter. There are ways, particularly with some of the levels, that those tests can be fooled, and our test picks up other things. I don't. How long have you been testing him?
When did you start testing?
Oh, 2 years ago.
Okay.
But I mean, he was always testing positive on the test, but we started this test, this level where it had the 5 levels last summer, and then again recently, just in throughout May and June.
Got it.
But it only tests for THC.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And that's, for him, that seems to be his issue. All right. Okay. Anything else you want to tell me, ma'am?
No, I don't think so.
No?
Just that he's been doing, it's really great to see him lately.
It
He's
is?
been doing great since he's been staying sober.
Got it. Important. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
And you did fine for not being here, before.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Young man, how old are you?
20.
Anything you want to tell me?
I can't,
I said anything you want to tell me.
Yeah. I just wanted to say that I was such a heavy user before that's probably why it took longer to take out of my system. I was using every day, anytime I could. And I learned a lot from jail, and I stopped using after that. And I didn't know why the test kept coming back positive.
I have an idea probably why it's coming back positive, but I'm not gonna go there. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I think Mr. Wagner knows me well enough to understand. He asked, would I hear from Mom? He knows I was going to, because she knows you better than anybody. And oddly, although sometimes you may not think so, probably he loves you more than anybody. She's been trying to tell you to stop this. Why do you think she's telling you that?
I can't hear him. Can you hear him?
You can't hear me?
No, I
Can
can't.
you get, we got some equipment, Mr. Wagner.
Because she knows it's bad for me, and
I'm not having a
She's
Biden
seen-
moment. I'm
she's-
actually,
Yeah, it's okay.
it's hard.
she's seen negative effects it has on me, and all the negative consequences.
So when she's seeing that and pleading with you, Sure, there's just been sort of pleading in prayers, a mother's prayers. Why don't you just stop?
Well, I have stopped.
Okay, before that, before we get into any of this other stuff here, why didn't you stop?
Oh, before
Yeah.
before I went to jail, I was addicted, and it is a much heavier drug than it used to be, and the levels that you can get now are much.
Oh, I know that. But here's what I'm going to tell you. Sometimes you got to quit making excuses. Okay?
Yeah.
And you got to quit saying that it's this, that it's my system that's taking a long time to get out. I don't want to call over and get the levels because I don't think I'm going to like what I see if I do.
I think you're gonna like what you see.
No, you don't. Young man, understand something. You don't want me to do that because when I do that, it rarely turns out very good.
Well, I'd like you to do that.
I'm not going to do it. And here's why. I'm going to do what your counsel asked me to do. I'm going to adjourn your sentencing out. Because see, here's the thing you don't get. All right. And you got to quit. I realize you're 20, but you want to do things your way. You're trying to tell me, go get the levels, go whatever. I don't even need to get the levels. I've got abnormal creatinine. That's a violation. That's a positive test. So I could send you on that right now. You understand me?
Yeah.
But I'm going to follow what your attorney asked me to do. I'm going to adjourn your sentencing. But here's the catch to it. Probation has recommended an additional 5 days. I don't know what other things you're taking that are maybe causing the abnormal creatinine. But if you come back here, your mom seems like a wonderful person who just cares about herself and has been trying, and you haven't been listening. I don't like people that don't listen. So the kicker to this is probation's recommended 5 days. I'm going to adjourn it out. You're going to show to me, but more importantly, show to your mother that you're not using this. If you come back with abnormal creatinine, or you come back in anything the court determines a positive test, all bets are off.
Okay.
Understood?
Yep.
Your Honor, if I might just
Yes, sir.
add, he is taking medications for his bipolar disorder. He has things that you've seen in the sentencing. My pharmacological expertise is limited. I don't know whether if any of those, like he's due for an injection tomorrow, and I don't know if those could affect or not affect any of the other.
The creatinine.
Yeah, I don't.
Now, again, Mr. Wagner, here's the problem I'm having. The problem I'm having is he's probably been doing that for a while, right? And I'm going to tell you on the face of it, here's what it looks like to me. It looks like I'm positive. I all of a sudden miss a test. I then come back positive. My next test is negative, but I have abnormal creatinine. When I see that, what that tells me is somebody's trying to mask. And I don't have the test afterwards, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's what it looks like to me.
I was
And-
afraid you might come to that conclusion.
Yeah, exactly. And so, quite frankly, had I not heard from his mom and what she's doing, I don't know that I would have followed the 5 days because I don't think he learned anything 10 days. If I take this testing that way. But I'm going to give him a shot. And the shot is this, it's not going to be letting me down because I get let down all the time here. So I'm not worried about that. But if you let your mother down, you're going to have a problem with me. That's what I'm really trying to get through to you. Follow me?
Yeah.
Give me that next one. What's our have? Give me.
July 21st is the next one, or August 28th. Yeah.
August 20th. All right, let's do that. I'm going to adjourn his sentencing. August 28th, 2024. Clean test.
Okay.
Got it?
Yep.
You might want to look up what causes your creatinine to go up. I doubt it's your medication.
Yeah.
So you might want to look that up and avoid those things.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your mother has probably already Googled it because she loves you so much. Never mind. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Rick.